standing up. Okay, we're going to need weights and we are going to need our resistance bands, but to start with, let's just loosen up the body, shake it all out, get ourselves moving, find out what's hurting, what's not, what's moving properly and what's not. So feet flat on the floor, lift those ankles up so that you are not flat-footed, and deep breath in. We're taking the arms up. We're going to breathe out and circle right back, and the other way, breathing in, up, and breathing out, down, and once more, breathing in, up, and breathing out. And last one, squeeze the shoulder blades back and bring the arms over. Drop the chin down to the chest now and breathing out, rolling down. Letting the arms just hang underneath your body. Your chin is right to the chest. And then breathing out as you roll back up. Just stand nice and tall again. Breathing in, filling the back of the lungs, and then breathing out to empty them completely and allow yourself to roll down as far as possible. Breathing in, keeping the arms and shoulders relaxed the whole time. Don't lift the shoulders. Standing nice and tall. Good. Just the head now. Chin drops down to the chest, and then we're going to take it up to the ceiling. And looking forward. Now we're going to look over the right shoulder and around to the left and forward. We're going to drop the ear down now, over to the other side, and standing nice and tall again. Let's roll through the feet. So we're just going to tap one foot to the floor at a time. Gently, again, we don't want those feet to roll inwards, so keep your ankles lifted and just tap the heel down lightly on the floor. Now rising up and up and up. 5 more, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good. Let's take those arms out to the side, shoulders down. Take the leg out and in for 10, 9, 8. Make sure that foot's coming to the floor each time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Transfer. Remember, you can leave that foot on the floor. Okay, you don't have to lift it. You need to think about your balance. Don't worry about anyone behind you or in front of you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And take the arms down. All right, let's just bring ourselves back onto our mat. Bring the arms out, shoulders down, small circles forward. I want you to keep the shoulders down the whole time. We're not lifting them. There's also a small bend in those elbows. Let's circle backwards, opening up the chest gently. Don't force anything. All we can feel now is that the arms are starting to work in the upper arm. The shoulders are starting to work. Let's go forward again. Good, and backwards. Now we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Take it forward. I've slowed it down a little bit to make sure they are round circles. The arms are actually traveling behind as well. Let's change direction so we can feel the chest opening. And now those shoulders really are working a little bit harder, depending on what you've been doing today. I guess it'll depend on how sore they are right now. Let's take the right arm up and drop down. And pulling up, arms are out to the side, all the way over and back up. Try and use your tummy muscles as you come up, over, and lift, and over, and lift, and arms down. Good. All right, give those arms a really good shake. So we're going to grab our elastic now. So we're actually going to start just holding onto the handles, and we're going to step inside the center, okay? So we want to stand roughly in the center with our feet about hip distance apart. Now, Michelle, because you haven't got your resistance band just yet, instead of obviously you can't stand inside your tea towel or whatever you're using, I'll just get you to grab some weights in your hands and you can follow the movement that we're doing, okay? Just make sure you don't lift your arms too high. All right, shoulders down, belly button back, everyone standing nice and tall. Let's curl in for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and transfer the weight onto the right leg. The left foot, you can sit those toes on the floor or you can make it harder by lifting your foot. Okay, choose your point where you're balanced. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slip that foot back in the center. We're going back. I'm going to stand on the flat floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we transfer the weight to the left, lifting the right foot. Either keep the toes on the floor or lift the foot. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center again. And 5, 4, keep those wrists strong. 2, elbows at your side and transfer to here or here. And 5, 4, pull up. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and transfer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. Bring your hands in front of you, shoulders down, chest is open, bend the knees and stand. 1 and 2. Don't come over like this, okay? I want you to keep your back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Good, take those arms down by your side, then turn the palms and curl and pushing out. 1, 2. Again, you can leave your foot on the floor, just tap it back in and out, like so. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Transfer. And 10, 9, 8, pull up tall. 7, 6, 5, 4, shoulders down. 3, 2, and 1. Arms in front and bend, standing tall. 1, 2. So as we draw the belly button back, we can feel that pelvic floor lifting as we stand. 5 more. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower. Give your arms a little shake. Loosen up those legs a little if you need to. Chest is open, elbows bent. Slowly take the arms out to the side. Now we want to keep those wrists straight, so don't let this happen, okay? Strong wrists, feel the tension and sort of see how far you can pull up without lifting your shoulders, and then slowly lower down. Again, out. 1 and down, and 2 and down, 3 and 4, once more, and 5. Good. I'm going to step forward so the elastic is behind me. Bring it up to the rib cage like so, okay? So Michelle, you're still using your weights. You can continue to use them, but I don't want you to extend your arms completely, okay? We're gonna bring our arms forward. So not for you, Michelle, yours will be in closer to your body. From here, you can probably feel that there's no tension in that elastic. So we're just gonna shorten it a little bit. And then we're all gonna take our hands and put them in front of our shoulders. Have a look, make sure those elbows are lifted and push one. So only go halfway with your movement, Michelle, because the further those weights are from your body, the heavier they're gonna be on your shoulders. And I don't want you to strain or roll forward. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, take it down. Okay, be careful what you're doing here and step your feet back into the center of the elastic. Don't trip yourself over. Shoulders back, arms down by your side, and we're pulling out again. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, last one, and 5. Good, stepping forward, forward. Get that elastic around behind you again, arms forward, make it shorter. Elbows out to the side, hands in front of the shoulders. So once again, Michelle, make sure you're only going halfway when you go forward. The rest of you can lengthen. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, try and keep those elbows lifted, and 9, and 10. Take it down, good job. All right, loosen up a little bit. Okay, now because we're coming into summer, I know that some ladies would like to work on their angel wings a little bit so that when the summer is here, we can do our winter wave where it doesn't matter if anything wobbles around because it's usually hidden by a jumper. Okay, so what we're going to do is a little bit of triceps with the elastic. Of course, Michelle, you are just going to use one weight for this, so just pop one of your weights down. With the elastic, you're going to place your right foot to the end of the elastic. Remember, down here, it's tighter, okay? Down here, it's a little looser. So you find a spot that suits you. Try and make it even though on each side. So right foot is on the end of the elastic, right hand holding. Get that elbow nice and high and as close to your head as you can. Michelle, you're doing exactly the same movement but with the weight in this hand. So our hands are sitting there right near the neck, okay? Belly button back. I want you to lift up out of your hips. Don't lean forwards, don't sink down. Stretch that arm up as high as you can and lower it down. We're just going to do this nice and slowly, especially because Michelle has a weight in her hand. And if you're doing it out there, Brendan, you probably got your weight in your hand as well. Let's do 5 more like this. 1 and 2, see if you can tap your neck each time. 3, not you though, Michelle, I don't want you to tap yourself with the weight. And 5, good. Let's take the other hand now, place it on top. Bring both elbows right in close to you. So try and squeeze your head with your arms and stretch up. 1 and 2, standing tall, and 3, 4, and 5, keep those arms up, and 6, and 7, and 8, my camera must be crooked, 9, and 10. Good, elbows out and bring it down carefully. Good, remember you want to keep the chest open when you do that. So we change and we put the other foot in the same spot that foot was just on. Change hands as well and get the other arm up nice and high. Lift it up as close to your head as you can and stretching up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take this hand, place it on top, bring those elbows in close to your head, and 1, and 2, and 3, belly button back, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, elbows out and bring it around. Good job. Okay, so we're going to pop the elastic down at the end of the mat so that we can use it again. And we will give it all a shake. Actually, before we grab our weights, let's do a little bit of a stretch, shall we? So we'll start with those triceps, those angel wings. Take your right arm up, lift it up above your head. Take your hand back down towards your neck, and you're going to draw that elbow close to your head. Pull it in. Now, if you can't get yourself into this position because your shoulders won't allow it, that's okay. You can come across the front, or you can just try walking your hands down your spine as well, okay? You should be feeling a stretch here. Let's take that arm out to the side and bring the other arm up. Hand drops down, and again, we try and get that elbow as close to the head as we can. Make sure you've not sunk into your hips here, or you're not leaning forward. Keep everything connected in the center and release. Bring the arms forward, open out and squeeze back gently, release, and again, and last one. Good, and arms down. Okay, if you'd like a drink before we grab our weights, well, have a drink of water if you would like. I'm going to, because all this talking is making me thirsty. Okay. Grab your weights when you've had your little drink. We're going to start with our split squat today. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold those weights strong away from your body, not here, okay? Away from the body, little bend in those elbows. We're going to take the right foot back into a split squat, okay? Your tailbone tucks under. Your weight is coming down over that back leg like so. We're going to come down and push in, and down and push in. Now we're doing it slowly because I want you to make sure that you bring your body back with your leg, okay? So you don't want to end up in this position. You've got to bring your weight back over the back leg. And down. Don't go too deep, especially if it's hurting those knees, because the next one we're going to hold, you're going to take those elbows back and pull them in, and we're going to stretch the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be no movement through the shoulders. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's bring that leg back in. Let's do that on the other leg. So arms strong away from the body. Come down, bend, and pull up. And 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 again, we hold. Tailbone is under, elbows back and in, and extend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep those shoulders still. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms down and bring it in. I hope you're focused on yourself and not how much I was wobbling around. All right, take your feet out wide, turn them out slightly. Now, before we go any further, I want you to be really careful with how far you turn your feet out. If you're really turning your feet out, you might find that those feet are rolling inwards, and that's going to put a lot of pressure into your knees. So take care on how far you turn out. Keep your ankle lifted. Bring your hands into your shoulders and elbows out to the side. Okay, Julianne, you know where you're at with this one. Off we go, coming down. 1, 2, Don't forget to breathe. One more, we hold. We're gonna bring those elbows out to the side. Make sure they're pointed to the floor, not the wall behind you. Lift that right heel, tap 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those ankles lifted and push up. Arms in, gently down. Walk those feet in closer. Toes are pointed forward now. Feet are under the shoulders. Down for 5. And 4. Weights nice and close to the body. 3, 2, and hold. Okay, belly button's back. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Lower the arms, keep them slightly bent. Pull back. 1, 2, 3, like you're pulling those shoulders back and squeezing those shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Arms down, and again, 1, 2. I wonder how many of you were down in the squat that you held it at the beginning, but once you started moving your arms, you slowly crept up. Try and keep those legs working. Back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Still down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and standing up tall. Good work. Okay, carefully pop those weights at the end of your mat. Give your arms a good shake. We're gonna stand at the end of the mat and we'll do another loosen up through the shoulders. Because yes, when we use our weights, we're gonna feel it through the arms and shoulders a fair bit, okay? So, standing up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth, chin to the chest and roll it down. Breathing in. Breathe out, roll up. Keep those arms relaxed. It's the weight of the arms and the gravity drawing them towards the floor that allows your upper back to stretch. Let's go again. Slowly down. Breathe in. And breathe out, roll back up. Good, and standing tall. Arms forward, palms face down, one arm up, one down, and push back. Release. Other arm up, other arm down, push back, release. Once more. Don't push the chest forward, don't stick your bum backwards. Stay tall. Good, and lower, chin to the chest and roll down. Bend your knees so you can reach the floor, walk yourself out into your plank, wherever you need to be. If you want to come down onto your knees, then do so. If you want to come off your wrists, you can come down onto your elbows. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Chest is open, shoulders are back away from the ears. The tailbone is gently tucked under and the belly button is back. And when you do that movement, you feel the tummy muscles engage, switch on, start to tighten, not the back. There should be nothing going on through your back. That includes the upper back. So yes, the shoulders work, but I'm talking about your back, your neck, your between the shoulder blades, down the spine, all the way into the lower back. Should be fine. So if this does hurt your neck, Julianne, I know you were doing them against the wall. I'm not sure if you still are. I assume you still are. But you've always got that lifting the bum thing and just making the plank a little easier to take any pressure out of the neck there. Now, of course, my clock's all the way over there. So I don't know how long we've been going for, but today, I think that's going to do. We're going to stretch back into child's pose, nice long arms to get a good stretch in the neck and shoulders. Good, then we're going to lower down onto our tummy. We're going to start without the weights. So you've got two options here. You can take your head and rest your forehead on your hands with your elbows out to the side. For those wanting to work a little harder, you lengthen your arms above your head. Choose the one that works best for you. Deep breath out, push the chest away from the floor, breathe in and lower. Deep breath out, push the chest away from the floor, breathe in and lower. So remember, if the arms are extended above the head, that is the harder movement. You can make it easier by having your hands underneath your forehead. And if it's still hurting your neck or shoulders, I want you to just leave your arms on the floor. Deep breath out and in. Deep breath out and in. And deep breath out and in. Good. Relax the upper body now. Keep the chin tucked, forehead on the hands or on the floor. Deep breath out, lengthen both legs. Breathe in and lower. Deep breath out, lengthen both legs. Breathe in and lower. For those wanting an extra challenge, you can add swimmer kick into it and then lower. To make this movement easier, if it is hurting your back or your hips, you would just do one leg at a time. So if that's what you have to do, then that's what you do. Otherwise, both legs. And the challenge is swimmer kick. And breathing out and in. And deep breath out and in. And last one. And in. Good. We're going to add both of those movements together. I want you to think about which level you did in the upper body and in the lower. If you left your arms on the floor, leave them on the floor again. If you had your hands under your forehead, do that again. Extended, go for it. If you want to do swimmer kick legs, you can. If you want to do one leg at a time, that's going to be a little easier on the back. So you've got a number of options there for the upper back and the lower back. Choose the right one for you. And then as you come up, you breathe deeply out through the mouth and then in through the nose as you lower. And again. Two more. And last one. Good. And lower down. Okay, so from here we're going to take our arms out to the side, and I've got about a 90-degree angle in my elbows. Now before we go any further, I want you to have a look where your elbows are placed. They shouldn't be down here by your waistline, okay? Lift them up in line with your shoulders, okay? Hands are facing down into the floor. If you do need to make this movement easier, hands come closer to the forehead, okay? Not the elbows. And Julianne, you can always leave your head on the floor again. All right, we're going to lift the upper body. Deep breath out. And you're going to twist from one side to the other. Come back to the center and lower down. If you're strong enough, you can do 4 or 6 twists. You could even do up to 10 if you like. That is up to you, as long as it is not hurting your back or your shoulders. So the movement, breathe out and come up. Your arms are in the same position the whole time. You tap one arm to the floor, then the other by twisting from your waistline, rocking over the rib cage, one side to the other, and center and down. If you're a little bit tight through the center of your back, you might find you can't get the arm all the way to the floor without lifting a hip. So just make your movements smaller. Remember, if the neck is getting sore, you can always leave the head on the floor. And if you can do one more, let's go for it. And lower down. We're going to slip the hands underneath the forehead. We're going to lengthen the legs, and we're going to do a crisscross movement. So I'm going to keep it really small. One leg twist, crossing over the other, alternating. So if you're not sure what I'm saying, have a look at what I'm doing. Okay. Long legs. You can feel the butt working. You can feel the legs working. Make sure your back is feeling fine, and relax. Good. Let's push ourselves up and stretch in a child's pose. And release. Good job. All right. So it's back to those weights now. So in all of that one, gravity and your body parts were the weight. As well as that, we're going to now add our hand weights. So if you need a little bit of support for your back or your hips, sitting on the floor, make sure you have a cushion underneath your bottom. Otherwise, use your lower back, use your tummy to support you down there. Bring your hands in front of your chest, shoulders down. Try and get those elbows off your waist. And a little pelvic tilt, tuck and lift. Of course, if you do start to feel it in your back and hips, or you do start to feel it through the front of the legs too much, make sure you have a rest. You don't have to keep on going just because I am. I have no choice, I have to, because you're watching me. All right, we're gonna go a little deeper now. So we're gonna push through the center of the body, try and arch that spine, and then sit up nice and tall. Let's breathe out. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out and sit up. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and hold. And breathe out. Good. We're going to add some arm movements in this time. Let's take it back. Pushing up. And 2. Keep that belly button back. And 3. And sit up tall. I'm keeping my weights together when I do this movement. In fact, I'll turn so you can see I'm pushing up. So I'm not going to straighten my arms completely. And lift. I want you to make sure that you are not pushing your back forward. Okay, so we're going to stay back in this arched position the whole time. Good. Stop if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to try 2 more sets of these. Remember, if your back or hips are getting sore, you should stop. Last one. And 1. And 2. And 3. Good. And lift. Pop your weights down. Somewhere close by you, there should be a resistance band or whatever you're using, Michelle. I'm going to hold it about shoulder distance apart. We're going to lengthen out the legs in front of us. We're going to take the arms up, shoulders down. So Julianne, you don't have to have your arms up here. You can have your arms forward, all right? Shoulders down. We're going to push forward towards those toes, belly button back and sitting up. Push forward and tap, belly button back and sitting up. Make sure those shoulders are not lifting up towards your ears. They should be down. If the hips are getting a little tight, bend your knees a little bit. And one more because I lost count. And sit up nice and tall. Bend your knees, arms come forward, shoulders are down. Roll it back and tap a hand to the floor and then the other way. And over, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and center, and lift, legs out straight, and push, belly button back, and push. Stop if you need to. There's no harm in having a rest when it gets too much. You are better to do that than to keep on going. No, Craig, you cannot stop for a beer yet. One more. Neither can you, Mike. And sit up tall. Bend the elbows, arms forward, relax your shoulders. Tuck and twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, center, and sitting up. Good job. Okay, put your elastic down, put your pants up, grab your weights. Do you need a drink? If you want a drink, grab a drink. Oh my goodness, I just saw the time. We've got lots to do. Quick drink, quick drink. Come and sit at the end of the mat again with your weights. Now, if you were sitting on a cushion, which I'm pretty sure none of you should be, but if you were, you'll need to move it now, okay? Just in case all this lack of other movement through the week has started to make that lower back deteriorate a little. You might be sitting on a cushion for that reason. Okay, we've got our weights in our hands, so sitting up nice and tall. Now you can do this completely with your legs straight if you like, up to you. It is a little bit harder that way. Follow me if you just want to do it this way. All right. Sitting up as tall as you can, weights over the shoulders. We're gonna push up 3 times. Good, then we're gonna bring those elbows in. We're gonna roll ourselves nice and slowly down to the floor. Elbows come out to the side. We push straight up to the ceiling, keeping the head down on the floor 3 times, and roll yourself back up to the top. Use the weights for you, not against you. So that means when we roll down, we're gonna keep the weights close and then lengthen the arms a little bit. Elbows out, push up 3 times. Bring the weights in, but then lengthen them and reach towards your legs a little as you sit up. Now you don't have to do that. That's just a way to make it a little easier. Lengthening the arms. The closer those weights are to your body, the harder it will be to roll up and down. So you need to think about your body and how it's moving, how you're feeling. Roll it down as slowly as you can here, especially on the way down. You want to work as hard as possible. Keep focus on pulling that belly button towards the spine. Even as you come up, chin on the chest, arch the back, and then sit up tall. Good, let's roll down to our back now. You can keep your weights in your hands. All right, let's take those elbows out to the side. Hands are sitting up in the air, okay? We're going to take one leg at a time to tabletop. Now you can make this easier by leaving your feet on the floor, knees bent. Of course, your other option is roll up your mat and tuck it under your bum. You should feel like your back is pushing into the floor, okay? Try not to use a cushion. Okay, so one leg at a time in tabletop, feet on the floor if you like. You're going to curl up and bring those weights in front of your belly button. And then open the chest out again. Curl up and back. Curl up and back. Julianne, you can toe tap, keeping your knee bent and your head on the floor. Same movement with the arms, but do toe taps, work through the legs. So that's for Julianne. 3, 4, That's right. 5. Bring the chin into the chest. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, well, we're all going to take those feet to the ceiling now. Turn the feet out. Our legs are going out and tap in. Bring the hands in front of your chest. Belly button sinks. You want to go harder, take your feet lower. Open and in. 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is harder to do. 5, make sure you stop if you have to. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the arms in and knees in. Good, you can relax those arms for a moment. We're going to go back to our curls. So if you find that your neck is getting really sore doing curls with the weights, you can do them without the weights and support your neck. The other option, and this is the one that I gave to Julianne, Julianne will just be doing toe taps, okay? So no arm movements at all. All right, so if you want to, you can go back to that if you like. Otherwise, we're curling up. 1, pull that belly button down. 2, 2 more. Good. Take the feet to the ceiling, everyone. Turn the feet out. Lower if you want to go harder. Legs are going out and tap. Hands together in front of the chest. And as we open the legs, we open the arms. 1, 2. Belly button sinks into the floor. 4. Your legs do not need to be completely straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it all into a ball. Good. Lower your elbows down to the floor, then very slowly straighten the arms out to take the weights down. What you're doing is you pop those weights onto the floor. Lower the legs. Now hopefully that elastic isn't too far away, and we're going to grab that elastic band. Keeping a close eye on the clock as we run out of time. Tick, tick, tick. Okay. Holding about shoulder distance apart. Arms above the head. Okay, as you do this, I want you to sort of, I lift my back just a little bit, just to make sure those shoulder blades, and then lower down again, make sure your shoulder blades have flattened into the floor. So you're lowered right down onto the floor, your arms are above your head. You can bend your elbows and bring your hands closer to your head if you need to for your shoulders, okay? But your head is resting on the floor, so your neck should be okay here. All right, we're gonna take those legs to tabletop. Belly button is sinking down, and we're going to lift our bum off the floor. And again. Control those legs. Breathe out with each lift. Deep breath out through the mouth. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your arms up above your head, or in front of your chest, I should say. Bring the legs back to tabletop. Again, you can have your legs on the floor if you need to. We're going to breathe out, push towards the knees as we start to lift, and then push a little harder. And back. Push, push, back. Push, and back. So you curl up and then you give it a little push. And curl up, give it a little push. And again. Support your neck if you need to. Too much, Julianne. You can do opposite arm and leg extending and keep your head on the floor if you like. Last one. Good, bring those arms back over the head. Shoulders back, let them sink into the floor and lift the bum. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Remember, your feet can come down to the floor, knees bent if you like. Bring it up. Let's actually start here and push. So opposite arm and leg, Julianne. Last one. Good, okay, take your legs down to the floor if they're not already there. Give your legs a really good shake. Lengthen the arms out and your elastic will be sitting around about your hips. Lengthen those arms. Bend your knees. I'm just going to take my hands out a little wider on that elastic now. So for you, Michelle, you might not be able to do this one with your elastic. So if you like, Michelle, I'm going to get you to grab your weights. Pop your weights on your hips like so. Okay, so if anyone else wants to do it this way, you're more than welcome. Weights are on the hips. I'm using the palm of my hands just to hold the weights there so that they don't fall off. Okay, and then the rest of you will have your hands on the floor and elastic across your hips, and we're going to roll up into a bridge and then roll it back down. Deep breath out. Breathe in and breathe out, roll it down. Breathe out, roll it up. Breathe in and breathe out, roll it down. And again, up and down. And up and down. Good, okay, just pop that elastic to the side now. Let's take our arms out to the side, palms facing up to the ceiling. Let's take those legs back to tabletop. You can bring the legs together if you like, or you can hold them about hip distance apart. And then we're going to rock over to the side. You're going to hold it there. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, let the belly button sink to the floor. You roll along through the center over to the other side and hold. Now remember, we're not going too far, and there should be no pressure or pain in your back. If you do find you're feeling it in your back, make your movements smaller. Deep breath out. Breathing in. Deep breath out. Breathing in. And again. Nice and slow. Enjoy it. And back to the center. And knees to the chest. Good job. Okay, let's lengthen out that right leg. Let's keep hold of the left knee. If you want to, bring your chin into your chest, but you can leave your head on the floor. Change legs. I want you to feel like you are drawing that knee towards the chest as much as you can. But while you do that, just feel what's happening through your lower back and your butt. That should all be on the floor. You shouldn't be rocking from side to side, nor should you be rocking back and forth. Not at this point. Deep breath out and in. So deep breath out for 2 movements and in for 2 movements. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and last 2, both knees in. Good job. Okay, so we're going to place the hands behind the knees. You may have to give yourself a rock or 2. Try and lift the bum off the floor, bring the chin into the chest and roll up into your balanced position, yeah? Shoulders down. Of course, if your back or hips are sore, feet on the floor. If you can balance, then balance. Before you let go of your legs, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Relax your shoulders. Center of balance should still be the same, hopefully. Start to release that grip. Take another deep breath in. Now as you breathe out, see if you can let go. So don't just rush into it and then just be wobbling all over the place. Find your connection, sort yourself out first, and then slowly ease yourself into position. Then lower the feet, stretch out the legs, push the chest forward, drop the head and hold. Deep breath in through the nose and deep breath out through the mouth as you sink towards your legs. Relaxing the muscles down the spine, relaxing the muscles in through the neck and shoulders as well. You've got to allow those shoulders to roll forward. Don't force them forward. Let gravity take them so that you do gently feel a stretch in the upper back there. Don't force it. Let's sit up nice and tall. Let's take the legs out wide now. Same thing, but inner thighs stretching this time. Push forward. Relax your arms. Relax your head. Take a breath in. Breathe out. So make sure you're relaxing through the spine into the neck and shoulders again. Good, now we're going to sit up nice and tall. I want you to try and keep your legs there. Take your arms out to the side, take your right arm up. And then I'm going to place my left hand on the outside of my leg, okay? You can see that? And slide. Now it doesn't matter if that's as far as you've slid, that doesn't matter, okay? If you can feel a stretch in the side of the body, you have got what you need, all right? So you just go until you can feel that stretch and then hold, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to feel everything through the hips and the back and the side. Relax and see if you can go a little further. Relax your head. Let the head just hang. It might be a weight to pull you closer to your knee. Good, you can use that hand then to help you up if you need to. Other hand on the floor, on the outside of the leg. Arm up, slide it down. Don't let this top arm come under your chin. It should be up by your ear. So right arm by the right ear or left arm by the left ear. Trying to make it simple, right and right, left and left. Good, let's come up again. Good, let's bring those legs in now, a little bit more stretching through the hips. Take the right leg over, pull it back, sit up tall, hug it in. Hug it with the opposite arm as you turn to the right. Keep sitting tall, feel the stretch through that hip area. Slowly release, change legs. Sit up tall, hug it, and turn to the left now. And slowly back around. Good, give those legs a really good shake. We're gonna come up onto our knees. So for Tony, who's gonna be standing. All right, So we're going to take the right foot forward. We're going to square ourselves up with the floor. Have a look, make sure you are a square. Use a wall. Don't use your partner beside you. Use a wall or a chair or a table or whatever to get your foot into position. So if it's here, you can walk it forward until you can see that your ankle is under your knee. Lift and tuck. Hold. Should be a stretch in the front of that back leg. Make sure you've got that. And release. Let's change legs carefully. Bring that foot right underneath the knee. Lift and tuck. Hold it. And release. Good. Come into your crouch position now, so you're as low as you can go. Relax your neck so your chin is onto your chest. Push your bum to the ceiling. Make sure your feet are completely flat on the floor. Ankles lifted. Relax your arms. Feel the arms with gravity drawing them towards the floor. You can feel that stretch in the upper back. If you can't, relax your neck as well. Make sure that the head is heavy. Take a breath in, keep the arms relaxed and roll back up, all the way to the top. And stand up tall. Good, bring your arms forward, open out and just gently take them back. And release. And again. I think I need to fix the legs on this camera, hey? It's a little bit crooked. There we go. And again. And take the arms down. Bring your right arm up above your head. Drop the hand behind you. Pull that elbow towards the head again. Feel the stretch under that arm. And release right out to the side, long arms. Other arm up. Hand to the neck. Pull the elbow towards you. Hold that stretch. Arms come up, lengthen those arms right out and all the way down. Drop your chin to your chest. Chin to the ceiling. And forward. Look over your right shoulder and the left. And forward. Drop the ear down. Over and up. Deep breath in and out. Breathe in, shoulders up, just gentle. You don't need to pull a face or make it hard. Just be gentle. And open. Once more, breathe it in and out. And breathe it in. And out. And breathe it in. And deep breath out. Well done, ladies and gentlemen.